My first monologue that I'll be doing today is from a play called Little Murders, written by Jules Pfeiffer, and I'll be playing the role of Patsy. Honey, I don't want to hurt you. I want to change you. I want to save you. I want to make you see that there is some value in life, that there's some beauty, some tenderness, some things worth reacting to, some things worth feeling. Alfred, come back here. I swear, nobody's going to kill you. You've got to take some chances sometime. What do you want out of life? Just survival? It's not enough. It's not enough. I'm not going to have a surviving marriage. I'm going to have a flourishing marriage. I'm a woman. Or by Jesus, it's about time I became one. Alfred, honey, you're the first man I've ever gone to bed with where I didn't feel like he was a lot more likely to get pregnant than I was. You owe me something. I've invested everything I believe in you. You've got me begging. You've got me whining, begging, and crying. I've never behaved like this before in my life. Will you look at this? That's a tear. I've never cried before in my life. You've never cried because you were too terrified of everything to let yourself feel. You'd have to learn crying from a manual, chop onions. I've never cried because I was too tough, but I felt everything, every slight, every pressure, every big competition, but I fought, and I won. There hasn't been a battle since I was 5 years old that I haven't won, and the people I fought, they were happy I won. After a while. Alfred, do you realize how many people in this town worship me? Maybe that's the attraction. You don't worship me. Maybe I'd lose all respect for you if you did all the things I wanted you to do. No, listen, Alfred, you've got to change. I'm not saying I am better or stronger than you are, but you and I, we have different temperaments. And my temperament is better and stronger than yours. You don't fight. You hardly ever listen. You're a wall. Dear God, will somebody please explain to me why I think you're so beautiful? My second monologue will be from the play Sabrina Fair, and it's written by Samuel Taylor, and I'll be playing the role of Sabrina. Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't recognize me. Have I changed? Have I really changed? I'm so glad to see you. David, you didn't recognize me either, did you? Ah, then I have changed, haven't I? I don't mean just the clothes. That's easy. But me, myself. Do I seem very different here, now, without the hat, now? How wonderful! I wanted to hear you say that. Is that vain of me? I don't mean it to sound vain, but I thought it'd be such fun to hear you say it. Because I feel so different. It's the first thing I thought of this morning as the ship was coming up the bay, and then later lying in my berth having breakfast. My last breakfast of that good French bread and that horrible coffee that I love so. I thought, what fun it'll be. They'll all be in the garden, in the walled garden off the terrace, and I'll come running into them to say hello, and they'll say, Sabrina? Is it Sabrina? Why, Sabrina, we didn't recognize you. And that's the way it happened. I think if you would have just said, oh, hello, Sabrina, how are you? I'd have died. You don't remember me, but I remember you. I used to peek around corners at you. You're famous in Paris, did you know that? It seems as though everybody knows you, and they tell such wonderful stories about you in the 20s. About you, and Picasso, and Gertrude Stein, and the bookshop you ran in the magazine. It must be fun to be a part of a legend. Paris was the most exciting place in the world then, wasn't it? It still is. Father! I wish you could have seen Father at the station. He was completely baffled. There I was, charging across the platform at him yelling, Father! And he kept having to look over his shoulder to see who my father was. Thank you for listening to my monologues today. I hope you enjoyed them.